So when employees basically stop working because they have some complaints, they have some problems, there are unions, you know, working unions. So the unions, what do the unions do?
They represent the workers.
Very good. Unions represent the workers. Thank you. Unions represent the workers. There are worker unions, labor unions. Labor. We talked about labor. Somebody gave me the word labor. Labor. Americans write it like this. The British and Canadians write it like O-U-R. Americans write O-R. The Brits and Canadians write it what? O-U-R. Labor. Labor means work. Labor Day. Even Labor Day is different in different countries. May the 1st in many countries here is September the 1st. So May the 1st in many countries. In Canada, September the 1st or 2nd. No, I'm saying it was September the 1st. Labor Day. We had a national holiday. By the way, holiday, because it's also a work term, we have holiday, bank holiday. You hear bank holiday. That means an official holiday when governmental places like banks and stuff, they're closed. Or private places, no, business places are closed. National holiday. Civic holiday here in Canada, we have civic holidays, but that's written like civic holidays, bank holidays, and national. Okay. Too much stuff on the board. So go on strike. When people go on strike, employees go on strike, they stop working because they want higher wages or salaries, more money, or some benefits such as insurance, so on and so forth, paid holidays and paid vacation, things like that. Instead of vacation and holiday, we have a couple of words we did not discuss. Now, next week you can't work for 2 days. Like you can't work on Tuesday and Wednesday. You say, I need
A break.
a break.
Day off.
Yeah, a break is really different. Because when you say, I need a break, say, okay, go.
Flexible
It's fine,
is
but
Time off.
yes, yes. So I need a couple of days off. I need 2 days off. I need 2 days off. I'm going to take next Tuesday off. To take time off. I'm going to take next Tuesday off. I need to take next Tuesday off. Usually, every employee has how many weeks paid vacation like during the year? No, not paid vacation, unpaid vacation, basically. Vacation, or what do you call this? About a month a year. A month a year. Some countries it's like 3 weeks. But according to the Charter of Human Rights, Universal Charter of Human Rights, 1 month a year, basically. But, so I need 2 days off. Then you have to take what's called leave. This leave as a noun, to take leave. This leave, which is paid or unpaid, paid leave. He is on leave. On leave. Paid or unpaid. Paid leave, unpaid leave. Paid vacation, unpaid vacation. Paid holidays. Sometimes they send you on a company sends you on a mission. And we have paid missions too. You have to go to another country for 2 weeks. It's a mission, or you'll be on to go somewhere. We have on vacation. Sometimes you go to a place on vacation, sometimes you go to a place on business. I was in Hawaii on business. Have you heard of people going to Hawaii on business? Some people do. They go to Hawaii on business. It sucks, I know, but some people do. So on business, on vacation. So I was in Germany last week. It was a business trip. We were on business. So you go on company trips, like business trips. Or trip, like a business trip. Okay? So, it's a huge topic, right? It's a really huge. But a good one. So, speaking of leave, do you remember the word mummy track? Now the woman, the career woman, finally decides to get married and gets married, to settle down to get married, and now has a child. Is pregnant. So she should take leave, right? You don't go to work like 9 months pregnant, and after that, the birth of your child. So what do we call that leave?
Maternity.
Sorry?
Maternity.
Yes, but I heard another word too.
Maternity leave.
It's maternity leave. Thank you. And if in some countries, even fathers are given that leave. So we have maternity leave for mothers and paternity leaves for fathers. Now paternity leave and maternity leave. We have paternal and maternal, right? Pater means father, mater means like mother. So like we have maternal, and paternal. Like where do we actually usually use paternal or maternal? Julia, could you help? I need your help.
When?
Yeah, usually. In English, when we say he's my uncle, what does that mean? Could be my father's, could be my mother's brother. When I say cousin, it could be 100 people. Especially if you're from certain countries where there are many children, right? And then they have many brothers and many sisters, and again, so large families. So you never know cousin is on which side. But if you say my maternal uncle or my maternal aunt, then you know it's your mother's side. If you say my paternal uncle, that's the father's side. But this word is kind of formal. If you want to write, you can write it. If you want to speak rather formally, you can do it. If you're speaking with a friend, say, oh, my mother's side. Or my mother's sister. My father's sister. But we use this, maternal, my maternal aunt or aunt. So maternity, but maternity leave and paternity leave. When you go to hospitals for childbirth and pregnancy, we have the maternity ward, a section where we have. So, I want to wrap up, hopefully. Job, work, career. Fine. Job, a full-time, part-time. Remember some adjectives for jobs? Anyways, we'll talk about them. Full-time, part-time, well-paid, low-paid, low-paying jobs. We talked about them yesterday, right? Satisfying job, a satisfactory job, a rewarding job could be. Ideal job, dream job. So we talked about like how the process of getting a job. You apply online, you check the ads. In the ads, there's a section that tells you what you should have. What is that section? Also, when you want to apply for college or university, you apply to a university. You need to have some things, like you need to have a GPA, high GPA, remember? You need to have good marks. Those things are the requirements for that college course. So also in the job ads, you see some requirements. Or then the qualifications. Qualifications. Yes, so those qualifications. If you have the qualification, what is the word that comes with qualification? To, if I say, if you meet, let's meet, I just said it. To meet our qualification. So if you meet our qualifications, you'll be employed. See if you meet the qualification. To meet the qualification. It's not meeting somebody. Hello, qualifications. Or when you meet qualifications, they come together. I hope our services meet your needs. To meet the needs. The new law, the new something meets the needs of the poor people. To meet the needs, to satisfy the needs, to meet the needs, to meet the needs. If you meet our standards, if you meet our standards, if you meet our qualifications, you can come join us. To meet standards, to meet qualifications. Yes? Sorry, you don't meet our qualifications. You don't meet our qualifications. You don't meet our qualifications means you are not. You're not. You're not. You're not. Quality. Qualified. You're not qualified. You're not qualified for this job. Sorry, you're not qualified for this job. You do not meet our qualifications. You do not meet our standards. You do not meet our qualifications. You're not here. Our qualifications are here, our standards are here, you're here. You don't meet them. So if you don't meet them, you're not qualified. If you're not qualified, you are unqualified or disqualified. I was disqualified. I was disqualified means you know, like in soccer, we have qualification games. If you qualify, you go to the finals. Then we have qualification, and then we have the semi-final, the finals. But before that, we have the qualification games. We have to qualify for the semi-finals, and then we have the finals. The qualification matches, sorry. So, you don't have our qualifications, you don't meet our qualifications. You're not qualified, you're unqualified or disqualified.
It's way past 10.
It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. So, you apply for the job, you go check the ads. The ads have the section, qualifications, and what else? Requirements. You meet the qualifications, you think you meet the qualifications. So every time you go, you change your resume a little bit, and you change your cover letter a little bit, right? You try to have your cover letter and your resume match the ad for the job, the qualifications, right? The requirements. And then you send it. If you're lucky, if your application is successful, what happens? If you're lucky and your application is successful,
You can take the interview.
you will have an interview, and then if you're successful, if you have a good interview,
You can
You
get
get
a
a
job.
you get a job, right? You'll be offered a job. But a couple of words about the interview, and then we'll go for the break, and then. So, when you go for an interview, the first thing that you have to do, they say you have to be professional, you have to behave professionally, right?